الله أكبر.
Bombed with chlorine 2 weeks ago,
على بلدة كفر داعي.
last night the sky rained what eyewitnesses said was burning phosphorus down on the people of eastern Aleppo. In the streets outside, what seemed like the unmistakable telltale signs of the bright white burning pools of phosphorus. And in the last few hours, the Syrian army said it was beginning a major new offensive against eastern Aleppo, warning civilians to steer clear of rebel outposts. A warning to people like Mohammed. He and his wife of 2 years, who is pregnant, were caught in the midst of last night's bombing.
We were about to die. You can imagine when you see your wife, who is pregnant after 2 years, is about to die. Imagine the panic on her face. Imagine the panic and the fear on the people who are getting out of their buildings, getting out of their homes, fleeing away to I don't know where, to somewhere which is safer.
As rescuers were pulling survivors from the rubble today, President Assad gave an interview. He refused to accept that people like Mohammed, who remained in the rebel-held parts of Aleppo, were really under any kind of siege.
They've been shelling the neighboring areas and the position of the Syrian army for years, non-stop. How could they be starving while at the same time they can have armaments? How can we prevent the foods and the medical aid from reaching that area and we cannot stop the armament from reaching that area, which is not logical?
He also adamantly refused to accept that either Russian or Syrian warplanes were responsible for the bombing of a UN aid convoy meant for Aleppo on Monday.
Regarding the claim of the White House yesterday, whatever the American officials said about the conflicts in Syria in general has no credibility. Whatever they say, it just lies.
Not content with that, President Assad once again accused the US over this attack, in which dozens of his troops were killed at the weekend. The US admitted it, but said it was a mistake and is investigating it, something President Assad rejected outright.
It was 4 airplanes that kept attacking the position of the Syrian troops for nearly 1 hour, or a little bit more than 1 hour. So it was definitely intentional, not unintentional, as they claimed.
A few hours later, the White House responded in contemptuous tones.
We've owned up to that. President Assad, however, has not owned up to the fact that his military has targeted hospitals and refugee camps, carried out barrel bomb attacks against innocent civilians. In some cases, those barrel bombs included using chlorine as a weapon.
But President Assad is feeling assured and confident. Today, civilians were evacuated from the major city of Homs. His forces took the last rebel-held district, bringing the whole city under his control. And they join the millions of others exiled by this vicious war.